Uh, to start, like we always do, let's drop in the chat our IMs. What are our goals? Like, I feel like they moved the chat, but not today. Today it's right where it's supposed to be. What are your goals, guys? Mine will always and forever be that we are $1 million a month team until, of course, we reach it. Then it will be a $10 million a month team. So yes, Sarah, let's go. Like, come on, that's gangster goal. Like, what do we need to do to get that?
I'm different than I'm doing now. That's for sure.
Maybe we need daily one-on-one coaching calls just to keep you, yes, back in, earn your own sign. That's right. I love it. Keep you focused, right? And on track. Okay, so current promo. Did everybody see this? Did everybody get the email? I didn't even get the email or a text message about it. It took Tiffany while she was doing my lashes the other day to say, hey, tell me about this new promo that just dropped. And I was like, they dropped a promo? She goes, yeah, last night. So this was yesterday. She's like, yeah, last night. And I was like, I didn't see anything. I had to actually go search for it in company like email history. And it is a super cool promo. Like, so I'm just going to kind of go over it a little bit, tell you what I'm doing for it so that, you know, maybe I'll give you some tips. But so essentially it is where your customers can give their friends their referral link. And I don't know if you were on Sheila's call this morning, but it literally said, I didn't even think about this. Like, this is brilliant. I wish I would have waited to send out my project broadcast on it. But I guess Maria put it in her team page about that if someone refers 2 customers, they will get a total of $240 in product credits, because if they refer 2 customers that order the 160 pack, they'll get $40 for each of those under the new promo, and they'll get the 160 in referral credits on December 2nd. So that's like ginormous. Like, that's so huge. So I was like, holy buckets. Like, I can't, I was mind blown. And if you read the email, so I went in and looked at the email. They actually give you scripts. They give you the link. So if your customer goes in and reads the email, it's going to show, let me get to it quick.
I've been using them in my stories.
Have you?
Yeah.
Whose link?
My link.
It's good for
my
promoters.
link, but I'm going to reach out to my customers because it even tells them what their link is right in the scripts under the graphics.
Yeah. So, right. The graphic shows them where to find their link. And then the scripts actually give them their link. So all they have to do is copy and paste the scripts, because I mean, I guess, so is it good for promoters too? Promoters can get the 25%. I thought it was just customers, but yeah, because I was actually in Adam's account. I just happened to be logged into that account to go check it, and all the scripts has his referral link in all of them, and it gives them like selfie ideas and graphics. Like, it gave the customers a lot of value, how to post it, how to message people. Like, it's super good. I think this is an amazing promo to encourage your customers to talk to their friends. So what I'm going to do is, I already put out a project broadcast, which now I'm wishing I would have waited until I found that out. But anyway, I'll at least talk to the people that come back and say that they want, you know, help with it. I did what I did was a message to all of my customers, whether they're like active or not, as long as they had been a customer at one point. And I literally just broke down the promo. I did a graphic that said about 25% commission credit. And then just to let me know if you want help. So I love that Becca is putting it in her story. That's a great place for it. I'd love to know if anybody knows the detail is if promoters, I'll have to ask that in the 200K chat, unless someone knows if promoters will get the referral credit too or not, or if it's just a customer thing. But it's an amazing promo. Like I think it's a great way, and it's new and different, and I like that too. So definitely go ahead and hit that up. Make sure you're getting that information out to all your customers. Maybe even go live about it or talk on your stories about it in case you don't have any, because I know I'm sure I have customers out there that aren't in my text messaging, that kind of thing. The other thing, team news, we will not be doing a team Zoom next week unless somebody wants to do it. I was invited to go to Jessie Lee's celebration of life, and I'm gonna go, so I will be on a plane at this time next weekend. So if someone can also cover the work with me, that would be great. Just shoot me a message if you can or want to do the team Zoom. Otherwise, there will not be team Zoom and work with me, as I will be on a plane. So there's that. Also, if you haven't done your Thrive and Mingles yet, like, these are so hot, so amazing. The rewards they are saying are leaving the end of December. But you know, Lavelle, they can pull that from us at any point. So make sure you are getting those Thrive and Mingles out there. I think we've pretty much nailed how to make it all work. I think we're kind of like a well-oiled machine now when it comes to the Thrive and Mingles, especially the live video ones. So definitely get the team to help you. Also, if you're local, we're still doing the local lunch and mingle. So keep that in mind too. So that is all I have for you as far as updates, announcements, that kind of thing. Does anybody have any questions before we move further? No? Okay, so I took, so the Jessie Lee Ward Accelerator program is still running. They just have her friends coming and doing Zooms. Now, I want to say next week is, maybe it was this week. I'd have to look at the dates. But next week is the last one. But this past week, they had one of her friends on. Hold on, I need to drink some water. And there was one statement that was like such a gut punch kind of statement that I'm like, I need to do a whole team Zoom around, our team training around this. So a lot of times, so raise your hand or put your hand up or drop an emoji in, hey mama, drop an emoji in the chat if you feel like people's opinion affects your business. Like I said, raise your hand, put your hand up. I see Becca back there. Yeah. Mindy gave me an emoji. I read something this morning that I'm like, oh, well, that's appropriate for the team Zoom today. So let me read it to you. It says, and it was actually in my memories. I actually posted it 3 years ago. It says, it's not the fear of failure that keeps you in this place. It's the fear of what other people will think of your failure and what they will say about it. That's what keeps you, some people, kind of crippled. You're afraid to post because what if I get a negative comment? You're afraid to post because what will people think, or what will my family say, or what will my friends say, or what will people think about me, that kind of thing. You're afraid to do network marketing or make it loud and proud that you do network marketing because afraid of what people will say or think or anything about that. You're afraid to message because you're afraid of what people will say, if you'll get a snarky comment or if you'll get somebody just being an ass, excuse my language. There's so much fear in all of this. You're afraid to go live because what will people think, or or what will people say, or what if nobody's there? What if they don't say anything? There's so much fear in all of this. But what stems from it is what will people say? Like, what are people going to think about you? What are people going to say about you? What are they going to whisper behind your back about you? That kind of thing. And I've always said the haters made me a millionaire. And I 100% believe that, because haters will drive your content. And I know Jessie Lee was definitely one of those people that was hated on a lot, but she utilized that and monetized that to build her business. And I remember her a long time ago in a training saying that, you know, people, when they gossip about you, they are also bringing attention to you. And that's going to cause people to form their own opinion of you. They're going to want to seek you out. Okay, here's a really good example. And this isn't a hater thing, but this is where sometimes negativity can bring out the best in a situation. We were at that event on Saturday, and a woman walked up to us, and she was interested in Thrive, but she didn't want to tell us like how she heard about it first. And how she heard about it first was the Shanann Watts story. And I said to her, I'm like, you would not believe how many promoters, I could probably off the top of my head name at least 3 promoters that are on our team because of the Shanann Watts story, because they sought out to find out information about Thrive. And I said to her, I said, I can't tell you how many customers I have and promoters that I know, even whether they're on our team or not, that are here because of that. And I like to think, although it was a horrifically tragic story, I like to believe that that's Shanann's legacy moving forward. People are finding, products that they love and an opportunity they love because of her story. And that's where it goes to show that sometimes the negativity isn't always a bad thing. It may feel bad at first, but it's not always a bad thing. And it can turn around and lead to something positive for sure. So what was the gut punch for me in this whole conversation is this woman that was doing the training was talking to Jessie Lee. And this is the pivotal axis on this whole Zoom, was she was talking to Jessie Lee, like, how do you handle the haters? How do you handle the negative comments? That kind of thing. And she said, Jessie Lee told her, essentially, you need to use that to fuel your fire, because the haters, they know you're good. They know you're good in your heart. You're good at what you do. They know they can't stop you. So all they are trying to do is distract you. And it was in that moment when she said that, I was like, holy crap, that is it in a nutshell. But if they distract you long enough, they will stop you. So you've got to make sure that you're not allowing those people to win. Yes, we don't want the haters to take hold of what we're thinking, our mindset, our business, that kind of thing. But we also don't want them to distract us either. We don't want them to distract us from our goals, our mission, what we're trying to do. So that's what they're trying to do. And when you think about it that way, it really puts it in perspective. All they're trying to do is distract you. And all you need to do is not pay attention to it. And I know it's easier said than done, but boy, if you can just kind of put those blinders on and just keep looking forward and not left and right and not pay attention to it, it will completely change your business. So don't let them distract you. Don't let people that aren't paying your bills derail you from where you want to go and what you want to do and the goals that you have, because it's kind of like the crab in the bucket story. The crab in the bucket. And I feel like Ray Higdon told me this the first time. You could put crabs in a bucket that are heading for the boil pot, and one little crab's trying to climb out, and all the crabs are just trying to pull that crab back down, even though if they work together, they could get out of the bucket for sure. But they're so driven to keep the crabs together that they can't see the fact that they need to get out of the situation. And humans are so like that. These people that are trying to distract you or trying to say negative things to you in place of love, which is the best kind, that's all they're trying to do. They don't want to see you reach out there and do something different and change what your situation, because what's always been is what's comfortable. So keep in mind that those haters, they're just trying to distract you, and just don't let them do it. And I don't recommend feeding into it either. So many people will like fight with them. And I remember Jessie Lee in the beginning, when TikTok, we all started getting on TikTok, she would just pick at those haters so bad. I wouldn't waste energy at that either. And we did it in the beginning, and I feel like it just brings you down to their level. But haters and negative comments, and I'm not saying your best girlfriend that doesn't want you to sell a product on social media is necessarily like this vicious hater, but she's also trying to keep you where you're at, instead of watching you grow, instead of watching you get that 200K sign and walk across that stage. It's more comfortable to keep you where you're at, because that's what she's comfortable with. But so that's just it. You just can't let them distract you, and definitely don't take it to such a negative place where it derails your train from barreling down on it to your destination. But this one was short and sweet. Like I said, the main access was about how haters are just trying to distract you. They know they can't stop you. Those people that are trying to say those things and making those comments, and whether it be on your post or your live or behind your back, they're just trying to distract you. So just don't let them do that. But anyway, that's what I have for you. I'm going to stop recording